Today on Stephanie's Star Wars Corner, I am going to be talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2 Beta and the new Last Jedi trailer. So to start off with, Battlefront 2 beta testing, that was extremely fun. I did not play the first Battlefront, but I did buy it about a couple weeks ago for like $6. And I didn't really get very far. I pretty much I think I just went on to like one map, and I had difficulty playing it. I mean, it looked cool, but it was a little bit difficult to play for me. I don't know, it was a little weird. So I'm not like extremely familiar with the first Battlefront game. And then going into this second game, I did have difficulty the first day. I pretty much died every 10 seconds. I think it was just getting used to the controllers and the way the gun works, how you have to like, instead of reloading it, you have to like have it cool down. It took me a while to understand that part, but I still had fun. I didn't let that frustrate me too much of continuously dying. The first thing that I tried out was the arcade mode, and there you could be a droid or you could play as Darth Maul. Of course, I went for Darth Maul first, so that was really cool to do. So Galactic Assault was the first multiplayer battle that I took part of, and that was in Theed. And that one was really awesome. It looked like you were in Naboo, that you were there at that palace. I wish you could take the time to like run around and just look at everything, because there's just so much detail. It was just really beautiful to look at. I mean, you even had just like random water puddles around, and you had leaves blowing. There were these really pretty birds. I know it was kind of stupid, but there's these really pretty birds that were running around. They're super colorful. So just like these little minor details were really awesome to see. And sometimes you didn't want the battle, at least for me, I didn't want the battle to end too early because I wanted to get into the palace, because just being inside was amazing, and you would explore, you know, just to explore the halls and see like these paintings and portraits. Like you could see Queen Amidala's portrait, and then the one lady, I don't know her name, the one who was queen in this Attack of the Clones, I think. So it was just cool just getting to look at all those little details. What I think they should do is they should just open up this whole little section where you can just explore. There's no fighting or nothing like that. You can just go around and explore these areas just to look at all the nooks and crannies, see what you can find. So the main hero characters that you could get during the Galactic Assault battles were Darth Maul, Boba Fett, Han Solo, and Rey. There's also like a blank spot, so I wonder if that's going to be another hero character later on when it actually opens. I never got to play either of these people. My very last battle that I was able to play on the last day, I was like 5 points from getting Darth Maul, and then I finally got them, and then I went to the screen to choose him, but somebody else had chosen him like just 5 seconds before I was able to go down there and pick him. So I just stayed there waiting for that person to die so I could choose him. And then when I finally got him, I got on the screen and then the battle ended, and I was upset. I wanted to play Darth Maul. I know you can play him during the arcade, but I wanted to physically go into like a multiplayer battle with Darth Maul. So, oh well. So yeah, Galactic Assault was fun. But I think the only problems I have with Galactic Assault is the maps are so huge. Like, you can just get lost in them, sometimes running around without finding anyone, and then there's just so many places for people to hide. But other than that, it was really fun to play. So next, what I played in was the strike battles, and like I said, I didn't find those till the third day. That's when I realized there was a button to hit over there. And the strike battles I really enjoyed. And for me personally, it was more like playing Call of Duty. It was a much closer combat area. And I just liked that the mission was more clear in the strike matches than it was in the Galactic Assault. It took me like several gameplays in a galactic assault to understand what the goal was. I was so fascinated with being, in the palace area that I was too distracted to even know what was happening or what was my mission. So the strike match was extremely fun, and you were in Takodana, Oz's castle, which is located there. And so that was another thing, was you really wanted to explore around, especially when you're in the castle. There were so many corridors to go down. Some of them were dead ends. Some of them led to another door that would open. You could go upstairs, and then once you got upstairs, there were tons of places that you could go through. And actually, that was the most fun part, was being up on top of the building and shooting down, because I don't think a lot of people realized, I don't know, maybe they didn't realize that you could go up there. And that was a nice little hiding spot to shoot down from, especially if you were part of the resistance and you're like shooting down at whatever First Order character was running away with your artifact. So that map was incredibly beautiful. You just had really great detail, and then going out into the forest area was just, you looked like you were in an actual forest. So strikes were probably my favorite multiplayer map, just because of just having a better objective to do. And though the hero characters weren't really that fascinating, you could be a Wookiee or you could be a flame trooper. The flame trooper is cool, but you've got to be right up on somebody to kill them, and so it kind of was pointless to me. It's just cool running around as him. And then the other multiplayer map you could play was the Starfighter Assault. That was okay. I mean, it was fun, but I don't see myself wanting to constantly play it for like 2 hours straight. I don't know, it was just a lot of spinning around and trying to find a target to shoot at. I don't know why, it just didn't interest me. I mean, it was still fun. I would play it for like a round or two, but I'm more of like the, ground battles. So overall, I really enjoyed the beta testing. I'm really glad I participated in it, because it gave me, a lot of time to get comfortable with the controllers and just, get used to the whole feel of the game. So yeah, I went from dying every 10 seconds to, being able to stay alive for, several minutes at a time at least, and, being able to get, kill 2 or 3 people in one go instead of just dying and not even getting a point. So yeah, that just allowed me a lot of time to just really get used to the gameplay. I think what I'm really looking forward to is being able to go to Camino. I think that's the one area, like, I'm excited to go to all the different maps, but Camino is probably the one that I'm really looking forward to, because it's just like, it's a really cool looking place, even though it's like really dreary all the time, but I just love the way Camino looks. So I wonder if you're going to be just on the outside, or if you're going to be running around on the inside, and then you'll see those weird cute tall necked people. I don't know what they're called, but they're adorable. So if you're like me and you didn't get to play like any of the hero characters, there is going to be a multiplayer game where it's just called Heroes versus Villains. And that one's going to allow you to, I think, always be a main character. So that one's going to be really fun, because at least they have some way for you to be a main character. Because I would be looking through like the scores during the battles, and I would see like at the end that more than half the people playing would not even have 5,000 points to be able to play a hero character. So I think that's just a good way to have you be able to do that and kind of make it a little more fair, to be able to play as, your main favorite people. So don't worry if you didn't get a chance to play as, Han Solo or Rey. You'll get your chance. So that's my thoughts about Battlefront 2. And now I'm going to talk about the new Last Jedi trailer. So if you haven't seen it, or if you're one of those people who didn't want to see it at all and doesn't want to hear anything about it because of possible spoilers, then go away now. I'm not going to be talking about it a lot. I'm just going to touch on a few things. To me, that trailer was probably like one of the best trailers I've seen this whole year for any movie that's come out. It had like everything that you could want in it, but it was like an extremely dark trailer, but I really enjoyed that. Like they didn't show anything like fun except for the porg. That's probably about it. They didn't show nothing that was, you know, more on the laughable side. Everything was just dark and serious, and then halfway through there's your porg that's supposed to lift your spirits up, and then you go back down into deep crap. The trailer was pretty much just composed of 4 people. That was Rey, Luke, Kylo Ren, and Snoke. That's pretty much what the trailer was focused around, and then you just got your quick shots of Poe, Finn, Phasma, Leia. You know, they had their 10 seconds. And that's pretty much all who was in the trailer. Chewbacca only got like 2 seconds. But that trailer, I can't even talk about it because I still freak out about it. So there's like a lot of stuff going on with Luke, it seems. Looking like Luke's going to be a villain almost, or something, because he seems to be a little freaked out about Rey's powers. I'm assuming that's who he meant when he's talking about that, you know, he's scared now. And then just a lot of stuff where he just doesn't seem sure that he even like wants to continue her training, maybe, or I don't know, something. Then there's been so much stuff too with people talking about, you know, the poster that came out, this new last poster, and Luke's at the top, and that's where, you know, you've got Darth Maul and Darth Vader always hanging out at, you know, not your hero character. So Luke's up there at the top looking all shady, and also IMAX has released like these huge cardboard posters that they're going to be displaying. So you have one half that's the light side and the other half that's the dark side. And so you have Luke on the light side, but he's just like, you know, got his hood down, just looks like your normal hermit Luke. But then Luke is on the dark side poster, and in that one he's like how he is in the new main poster where he's got his hood up. So that's a little confusing. So that's gonna be really fun to see, is what's going on with Luke. And it was really awesome to see Rey like about to be kicking some butt. I adore Rey, so I'm excited to see what she's able to do now, like, you know, full on using her powers now. I'm really excited to see all that. And they were also showing that Rey's already going to be meeting up with Snoke, and I thought that was going to be something that was going to be more towards the next film. I didn't think at all that Rey would already be meeting Snoke, unless that's some weird dream or something. Then they showed all these clips of Snoke, which was also surprising. I thought Snoke was going to be a character that we weren't even really going to physically see till maybe the 3rd film. I don't know why. I just thought they were still going to keep him in hiding, like his full self, till the next movie. And then also when he's talking at the beginning, it's like, at first I thought maybe he was talking about Kylo Ren, but now part of me thinks he might have been talking about Rey, or talking towards Rey, because while he was talking, it was showing mostly clips of her and Luke together. And then we had all these awesome scenes with Kylo Ren, and that one scene, you guys, with him about to fire on Leia's ship, unless they manipulated that in the trailer to make you think that's what was going to happen, but that's probably what's happening. And it's like, I guess they can sense that they're both there, and he's not sure if he's about to fire or not. Oh god, that scene. And then the one scene that about just made me die was the very, like, what, 5 seconds, the last 5 seconds of the trailer, when apparently Rey and Kylo Ren are going to have some kind of alliance, maybe, unless she's playing him. Who knows? But it was still awesome, no matter what. Yeah, so Leia, that was the only scene she was in the trailer, right? Was during that whole part. But the shots they showed with Finn and Phasma, I'm super excited to see where Finn's character is going. And he looked super awesome in his First Order uniform. And that whole battle with him and Phasma looks like it's going to be extremely awesome. Poe only got like 10 seconds as well. I don't even remember what he was doing. But yeah, that whole trailer was just really cool. I'm extremely excited I'm already gonna call off for work. And then they sit there and announce that, you know, they're gonna have all these special things, especially at AMC theaters, and, you know, come in every Sunday and get this cool poster and this cool collectible ticket. And it's like, I want to do it, but that's a lot of money to continuously keep going back to, especially an IMAX screen, because I think it was for all just IMAX screens. That would get expensive, and plus I don't want to go by myself. I'd have to take somebody with me, so that'd be a lot of, you know, paying for 2 people every time. But it's like, I want to, but I don't. I know one theater, or just a couple theaters maybe, are having full, like, the first 7 movies, and then followed by The Last Jedi. And I think they said the running time is 23 hours. That sounds fun, but it also sounds like a nightmare. Because it's starting like one night. It's starting like, I think it's that Wednesday night. It's starting that Wednesday night, and it's going all the way in, obviously, to the next Thursday night. And that's a lot of Star Wars. But then there are just some places that are doing just The Force Awakens into The Last Jedi. I wish we were getting that around here, but we're not. No theater around where I live is doing that. Because I really actually wanted to do that. I wanted to go see Force Awakens and go into The Last Jedi. I know I could stick in the DVD, but it's more fun at the theater. So yes, I'm extremely excited about The Last Jedi. What were your thoughts on the trailer? Did you like it? Was it okay? I know some people are saying it wasn't that good. I don't know what's wrong with those people. So just let me know what you thought. And I will see you all next month, where I will be unboxing the Smuggler's Bounty The Last Jedi box, which I'm even more excited for, because I want to know what's in that one as well. I hope it's a really awesome box, because they've been doing pretty decent these last, I think it was the last 2. Yeah. So, I will see you all next month. Bye.